Well, that would be more likely. That's the most viewership time. Is the first couple
Like,
episodes.
I don't advertise when I'm streaming. I just start streaming, and it takes a while for
Yeah,
people
but
to
they're
join
watching
in.
the video.
Sure, they're just staring at the channel. Anyways, hey everybody, this is Grimcad, and thank you for staring at my channel. I certainly appreciate it. We're going to be playing some Dungeons and Dragons today. We're playing 5th edition, and we are running through a heavily modified version of the Tomb of Annihilation campaign. I go by Grimcad. I am playing a Riade the Bee Druid. I'm going to introduce the rest of my friends here, who they are, and who they are playing. Rather, I guess, like, I'll introduce them, then they'll introduce themselves. So we're going to start with a Fraser. Say hi.
I didn't expect you to go to me first. I made.
No, I'm sorry.
Hello there. I am Fraser. I'm Demikos, also known as Mufasa. Burning all the forests down.
Oh, just the one, but I guess, when it's forest from tip to tip, it's only just the one, really. Yeah. We're also joined by Nikki. Say hi, Nikki.
So I got a story. For breakfast for dinner tonight, I was just gonna have like egg breakfast sandwiches to keep it simple. So when I went to the store, the Beyond sausage was on sale. So I picked it up. Feeling like, may as well try it, see what how it stands up. So it's kind of weird when you take it out of the box. It's kind of like a hockey puck. Like, how sausage usually is more round. It's very like, like cylinder shaped, but I was fine with that. I mean, it cooked fairly well. I'll give it that. Like, it did cook like a sausage. And then, I tried it, and I mean, I think the best way I can describe it is it was like someone, it's like you're at a sausage factory, and your sausage like package came in, so you got like the meat inside like a box with like some styrofoam like packing peanuts in there, and then instead of like taking the sausage out of the box, they just sort of threw the whole thing into the sausage maker because it tastes like styrofoam infused sausage,
Ugh.
which is to say, it's
Wait,
not bad.
Is this the sponsored segment?
I don't think it sounds like the opposite of a sponsored
like,
segment.
it's like 50% sausage and 50% styrofoam. So like, if you told me that like if you eat like the Beyond sausage, it will like increase your life expectancy by like 10 years, maybe I'd be like, once a week I could bear to eat the Beyond sausage. Also, I'm gonna die of milk.
It would take 10 years before you would eat it. Like, it has to increase your lifespan by 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
You can do it with like 30
or, like,
days or something.
If it was like, like if it was like half the price of normal sausage, I could like make myself go through it every now.
Is it like vegetarian sausage or something? I've never heard of it.
That's what Beyond is.
Oh.
That's what Beyond meets the like 100% vegetarian. I don't know if it's vegan or not. But yeah,
Beats me. I don't.
it was like it's plant based. So I believe
so
it
it's
is vegan.
bread.
It was the number one ingredient was water, I believe,
Nice.
and the second ingredient was like pea puree or something like that.
Delicious. We're also joined by Spoonie. Spoonie, you have to come up with a story to beat that one now. We've been one-upped.
Well, here's the story. I suggest, since this wasn't streamed last week, I suggest not ingesting a snake that you've tickled on the flank and booped with flour.
Yeah.
No, I
It was pain.
just not being evil while doing it.
That's true. And last but not least,
I'll question my life choices.
we're joined by Gypsy, our DM, and I'm going to hand things over to him.
Hello. Yes, I'm Gypsy, or 420 MIK if you know me online. I am as we said, DM, and I believe I've said it before, but I'll say it again. For someone who makes a point of trying to avoid the intros, Emerald quite often has the longest intros out of all of us.
She's
But,
real hit or miss. Sometimes she has really long ones. Sometimes she has really short ones.
That's why. Well, that's
Yeah.
the thing. I got to make up for the ones.
I suppose that's fair, yes.
Yeah.
Not that you've actually introduced yourself. It's always, oh, we're meant to be introducing ourselves. Here's a story this time about sausage.
Oh yeah. Sometimes they just say hi, and other times
non-sausage.
they'll say like sausage stories.
Yeah. But last
You
we
guys should
left
go
off,
on sausage connoisseur.
just for a recap, because yes, we did not stream last week because we were off on a different day than we usually do because life happens. We traveled from the small, quote unquote, small mine to Orolonga, where in between we encountered some flaming fists of patrol, of which ran into you guys and asked for something that we lost quite a number of episodes ago, but thankfully we had someone who was able to say some words and share some information and disappear off with the leader of the patrol for a couple of seconds to talk about things. And then you guys were, strangely enough, let on your way, where we ended up at Orolonga, which was a resting or, I guess, abode of sorts of a guardian naga called Sergeant Baza, who, after managing to climb the ziggurat via a few different trials, which, I mean, I wouldn't have thrown the answers at you, but the module insists that you do it. So, kind of did it. It allowed you guys to get to the top and allowed everyone in the party, including our two DM NPCs, to actually encounter Sergeant Baza. We sort of wasted our question a little bit, looking for some great wisdom, which we found out the answer to was not exactly what I imagined we were hoping. We were hoping for some grand ritual that we had to find out. When we found out that no, chances are this thing we're looking to destroy, the Soulmonger, is more than likely just some form of construct that you can essentially beat to death. After that, the snake, whether it was pity or a slight annoyance at you guys not leaving after being given information, gave a little bit more and then sent you guys on your way. We got to back to the bottom of the ziggurat, and that's where we left it, I believe. And so we shall pick it up from there. For sake of ease of gameplay, we're going to say that it is, strangely enough, the morning of the same day that you guys arrived at Orolonga.
We're back in time type of deal,
Yes. Yes.
or interesting.
If you guys
Can
had...
we wait here for us to show up and tell them not to waste the question?
No. It's kind of weird how it works. Because the way that Orolonga works and everything is Sergeant Baza's room is basically in a different segment of time to you guys. You guys technically traveled back a couple of millennia in time to talk with the Naga. I'm just basically saying the morning so we don't have to go through the hassles of a night needlessly. But yes, there will be no waiting around and trying to save you guys information and stuff. It kind of created a split timeline. Nothing else has changed in the world aside from the fact that you guys gained the couple of hours you spent around Orolonga back.
Indeed, now a time traveling multiverse.
Not that you guys would necessarily in character know that. For you guys, because you guys don't have watches with the calendar on them or any form of actual way to confirm the date or anything like that. But if you had some form of divination magic that allowed that, then you would indeed find out that it is the same day that you guys arrived at Orolonga just a few hours before. and we shall pick it up there.
So at some point, I would pull out the map and sort of, gather around everybody. So the snake thing said it was somewhere between the Valley of Lost Honor and the Peaks of Flame. So reasonably, it's somewhere around in this area that we have to search.
Yes.
I say we start heading south, and maybe we can stop at some of the labeled points of interests. I don't believe this river is going to flow downwards, but we could also try to either go by the mountains or just cut straight through what's likely either the forest or maybe some sort of plains or something.
I would point to the map here. I'd say that sort of looks like the river. There's a valley into the river. We should probably head around there.
Sure. Other things, we could even skirt the entire thing and go around the coast, possibly. And around this area, head up north as well.
Skirt. Well, I will leave that for you guys, but someone can give me a survival roll.
I will give us
Probably not
roll.
Alan.
I'll be quick with it.
And you would not get lost for the day, so you can move your square.
Yeah, I just moved it one south. But shall we sort of go hit these points of interest along the way then, or does anyone pose? Okay, you aren't here.
I think.
No, I stepped away for a
couple of options. We're trying to get right here where I'm pinging now. We can try making, a straight line to it. Hope we don't get lost. We could try skirting the mountains to keep it on the side so we don't get lost. We can always go around the coast and head up here and head into it. The other thing was that I suggested, or sort of suggested, we could hit these, points of interest that happen to be on the map that I have no idea what are, honestly. I mean, it sounds like a dwarven city name or something. At least I would assume so. Or camp or something.
Definitely worth checking out.
It looks like this one's on that side of the river.
Yes, so we would probably want to approach that one from the north, at least.
So maybe if we went sort of down.
Okay.
Do we know if this is in the valley or up on the top?
You would have no clue yourself. Yeah. The map you'd been given basically looks like this. There's no actual topography to it. It's not even as detailed as this. Like, there aren't the lines of trees or anything like that. It's basic shapes. Like, it isn't a master cartographer that's made this. This is a compilation of work from multiple people done by one hand.
One of two things happens, though. One, we go into the ravine and we see it's up on top, and we have to just leave out or attempt to climb. Or two, we go on the outside of the ravine, we see that it's down there, and we attempt to climb down or go back in.
Actually, before we do that, Demkos, give me a history roll.
A history roll? I shall do a history roll.
Because I just remembered you've, spent your entire life in Chol.
In a library in Chol. Oh, that's a terrible history roll.
In a library that makes no mention of Etahaz Kahatla at all. It's another point on the map to you. There's nothing that you would know about it.
I'd just take an educated guess and say inside the valley's more defendable, and we should probably go low first.
Oh, what I'm meaning is, you wouldn't even necessarily know that it's a valley there. I mean, you're not wrong. But
It
you
just
wouldn't know
looks like that on the map.
Yeah, and like I
I
said,
mean-
that's why I said it's not as detailed as it is on the map. But I mean, it's a fair assumption to think that the river might, at some point run through a valley. But we will get 3 perception rolls for the night from whoever.
I'll do it. I'll enter perception.
These will not be with
You're
advantage.
welcome.
I'll roll a perception roll with some terrible perception too.
I just realized you guys can see these rolls, can't
Yep.
you?
Yep.
Let's find out what the 94 equals.
94
dragons.
dragons. I think we could take them.
But
Oh, you
I'll tell you what.
so, do you? Have you heard of this wonderful thing called action economy?
I'll tell you what my 94 means. My 94 means all non-magical possessions you are carrying turn to ash.
That would be great.
That would
All
suck.
of a sudden, you're just a naked dude with us.
Well, luckily I wouldn't lose anything.
Oof.
So the first 2 watches passed quietly, and as Damokos is roughly halfway through his watch, he would hear some shuffling. I've got to find a map that I'm not pre-using for something else. What's this one look like?
I'm just snoozing happily
Oh, God.
in my stick tent.
Oh, this one. If everyone wants to...
Speaking of the dead man,
Yeah. If everyone wants to drag their token on here.
Yeah, I gotcha. Right. I want to be next to the tree. Are we in the middle or are we on the other side?
Wherever you guys would be setting up camp.
don't go next to the tree. It's a bad omen.
This is where we lost his
yeah.
last character.
Literally where we lost the character. No, not that one. That one. How big is it? It's going to be like the entire size of the everything. Oh no.
No, God.
So if that's where you guys would be, that can be your fire.
When I hear things, I would like to. But we did get a rest in that. Or is this
We would
on
have
the
been
first
rested, I
rest?
believe.
But you
When I hear things, I would like to do that.
do what? That is fine. But I will get you to hold that because you did not hear them coming.
Oh,
You knew they were there by them being there. So,
oh, then I suppose I would be loud to try and wake everyone up.
What on earth is
Also,
that?
this big tree isn't as big as it was previously.
Oh, okay.
And they're not.
What is
Why are tokens not being dragged on? Or am I just being incredibly
If you're
slow?
laggy, that might be.
Yeah.
I definitely see about 5 or so thingies.
A bunch of
It is meant to be-
dwarves.
Actually,
It's
6,
meant
so.
to be 13,
dwarves?
but I can't get them to appear yet. But yes, I will let everyone pull up their turn orders and roll their initiatives as I wait for these tokens to hopefully appear one day.
It's a lot of tokens. Okay, initiative. There you go. Yeah.
Also, I take it we annoyed Artis and Dragonbait. I assume we
Oh no, they are here as well. They are here.
gotcha.
I'm still waiting on the enemy tokens to pull up. I haven't been able to pull them on yet.
Just
You may
making
have
sure,
better
because I
luck, like-
know we left.
Copying and pasting the existing tokens.
I don't have a single one of them on my screen yet, or I would have.
I
Oh.
see them.
Yeah, I don't doubt that you guys see them. It's
Reload the
literally
page.
just me.
That's what I always do if things aren't loading properly.
Funny thing is, I'm seeing you guys pop up. Like, your tokens have popped up just fine.
What if I move my token to the left?
Let me reload.
Excuse me.
There we go. 3, 4, 5, 6. There we no, they did show up. Thank you, lads. Oh god. And now it begins.
Did it freeze again?
No, I'm talking about rolling initiatives.
No.
Roll initiative.
Oh my god, that's a lot of
A
dwarves.
lot of dwarfy boys.
Are they dwarves?
Well, who knows? They're not.
Yes.
Judging by the yellow muska zombie.
Yeah. No, they are all different, varying races. Just for, the thematic sense and everything.
Mhm.
But obviously it only comes with one token. Which will start us with Riod, who I will say that Damokos would be able to basically let out a yelp to tell you guys that something's, basically already in your camp, but you guys are starting from prone
Okay.
on your turn.
Starting from prone.
I will stand up.
So you guys have been woken up.
I will
Yep.
shillelagh, and then I will mage armor. I will head forward. Are these things like obviously undead, or do they look? Okay.
Yeah. Like various states, you've run into them before. They are, at least from what you can see, the same kinds of zombie-like, undead-like creatures that you fought in. Was it the mine?
Yeah,
I believe it was the mine.
Some sort of cave of some sort. Oh, I'd shout.
Yeah, you have fought them at some point, and you'd notice the kind of tendrils of plants creeping over their skin and everything.
Zombies of some sort. More of the plant ones.
Man zombies, what are these?
10.
It was Roland that knew about these.
10.
Never seen a plant zombie my entire life.
Never seen a plant zombie I didn't hate.
Damokos.
I will stand up.
You would have been okay to be standing already, because it was during your watch, so even if you weren't paying attention, you would have still been awake and active. It's not like you rolled a 1 and fell asleep.
True. Well, I will head off kind of this way. I will tell people to look away. Look away from that group of enemies as that happened. That's not the right thing.
Everyone make a DC save.
Mm-hmm.
It's hold on. I'll ping the thing so I know what it says. It's a 30-foot
You can
radius sphere. So I'm in like
Draw it up then. Should be able to. Just draw shape.
Am I like never allowed to look at this place ever again?
Well, I don't even know why he told you to look away. It's dim greenish light.
Oh, the light's so dim.
Is that right? That's not a circle.
It's not a circle, but it's good enough.
Is that the right size?
No.
No.
Square.
Square, circle, it's all the same when you work with squares.
Good.
So it's 30-foot radius, so it's like
So you could do it
30
like
foot.
this. Or like this. If you want to make your circle that big.
that's actually incredibly large.
Yes.
Um,
But while you figure that, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 saving throws to make. So they will just go left to right. 1, 2, 3.
like that. Sort of. It's a DC of 15.
Yep. So fail, save, fail, fail, save, fail. So second and fifth, the rest take the damage, and well, they're undead, so they don't take exhaustion. But if you want to give me 4 rolls of damage, unless you just want to give me 1 and have it put across all of them for the same number, I will let you choose.
Oh. Well, I mean, I have already rolled 1, so I can roll
Oh, did
3
you?
more. If you want 4
Oh, right
rolls.
there. Yeah, it's up to you. Like I said, you can either take 21 for each of them or try for higher and lower numbers. Obviously, some are going to be higher, some are going to be lower. None might be higher.
I'll risk it. I'll risk it.
Risk it for the biscuit.
And then I'll roll one of those for you.
Mm-hmm. And 19. Bring us to this one's turn. 10, 20, this one's turn. 10, 20.
Which one just took its turn?
Oh, is it every turn?
When it starts, when
Or
it,
starts
when
its
it
turn?
moves into the area for the first time or starts its turn.
Oh, okay, well, I did that damage too early before then.
Okay, well,
So
that works out
yeah.
for this round then.
Yeah, that works out for this round. That one's done. 10, 20, 10, 20, 10, 20, 10, 20, 10, 20. Ah, so many. Nezu, your turn.
Okay. I will assume my bag is just sort of in the tent or bedroll area where I'm sleeping.
Do any of you guys have tents? I don't believe so. But
I got the tent.
yeah, it would be generally accepted that you would keep all your adventuring gear close by. Like you probably use your bag as a pillow.
Okay, just want to make sure on the speed and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And
Don't remember, you do need to stand up though.
you stand up.
That is half your movement to stand up, unless you've
Gotcha.
got something that lets you negate or lessen that.
Sorry, guys, I kind of dropped the ball on that one.
And this is the same day as the Orwanga thing, right?
It's the night of, yes.
Gotcha, so we have diet healing. Noted.
I asked. People said they weren't hurt. They didn't need my healing.
No, it wasn't that
Wasn't
they
too
weren't
hard.
hurt. It was that they didn't need your healing. They
Fair.
really did need your healing, though. At least Ellen did.
I need that healing.
Yeah, she did a lot of rolls.
But yes, you guys have not had a long rest yet, so do keep that in mind.
Yep, noted. And that is my turn.
Bring us to another fucker's turn. 10, 20. Why do they have to move so slow, though? Ellen, your turn.
Yes. All right. I think you can check my spells. I feel like I never use any of my spells. Forget what they are. All I ever do is Eldritch Blast.
It's almost like you're a warlock or something.
Yeah. I don't have any AoE attack.
Wait, did
Again,
you use AoE during our
Did like
the weird mushroom
the
people thing?
hunger?
Under
Yeah.
Halo, I mean, that's technically like AoE, but it's not an attack.
Isn't it? I
It's
thought
like
it
a zone.
did a bunch of.
No, it's like a zone thing.
yeah, it's a CC.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And a CC isn't bad. A CC.
I mean, it's not bad against things that can actually catch you, but literally not a single one of you guys could be caught by these things.
Let's slowly
Yeah, you know what? I
walk
think I'm
away.
Okay. I will use half my movement to stand up, and I'm gonna move the other feet away, right there. I think it's just funny. So. Okay, I'm gonna Eldritch Blast this one. I think I shoot two, so this one and then that one.
I didn't see the ping, sorry.
These
Oh.
two.
Yep, I saw those. So first for the top, second for the bottom.
Yeah, actually, to pull it up.
The hit.
Plus one and two. I think I rolled twice, right?
2 hits. Yep.
First one, second one. It matters. I'm gonna take this off.
These things
Yeah,
really
okay.
do not have armor. Ah, shit. Okay. Oh, no, they do. Oh, God. Yeah. But is that your turn?
Yeah. That's my turn. I've moved and I've shot.
20 and Riod's turn.
I guess anybody's gonna get it. I will, continue to prepare. And we will, symbiotic entity or wild shape. And that'll be me.
I want to see Riod at level 20 have to spend like 4 turns to prepare, but then he just nukes everything.
More like he spins 4 turns prepared, then he's like, alright guys, I'm ready to battle, and we've all died.
Yeah, that's the more likely outcome. 10, 20, and 1 attack on ground.
Oh, that's a miss.
Q.
Need a save.
Mm-hmm.
That does not save.
Does not. It hasn't even shown up for me yet. Yeah. How many dice is it?
It is 4d10.
Yeah, you still need to roll then, unfortunately. It has very little health, but if you rolled all ones, it might not die. And it definitely dies, though, as the kind of green light glows even brighter from it, and then kind of glows so bright it makes the body disappear. Bring us to your turn.
Yes. And then I as a person will move a bit further away, so I'm no danger to anyone.
Yeah, and I was going to say, and we'll be reminded that you didn't get to activate armor,
Uh,
just in
I'm
case you want to.
Yeah, no, I'm not worried about that now. I just thought I could do it while I had time.
That's fine.
But I'll go after this one first, and then that one second,
Mm-hmm.
and I will also do that
Mm-hmm.
with two of these, and these will just both be fire.
That hit. And a hit.
Roll one of those and one of those.
What happened? In 41. So all your spells are now fire, and your skin dries and cracks, appearing charred and burnt with glowing magma-like cracks. And that's permanent until you get a remove curse spell.
Oh gosh.
Yes.
So he's a salamander. Gotcha.
Yeah,
This is turn into a rock.
more like a very cold lava flow.
I like to
But
think
Have
he's
you
he's
have you
hot.
seen Guardians of the Galaxy? What's the big guy?
tracks.
Yeah, something like that,
Roll us
Yeah.
the
but with lava.
damage.
The damage. Ooh, that's a big fail.
Yeah.
Yeah, gross. Turned into lava.
And again, kind of the same effect happens. It just glows brighter and brighter until the dimming light, or the light dims again, and then there's no body standing there whatsoever. And 20 plus a 7 throw. That's another fail. Give us the damage. This one, 10, 15, and make against Grim.
It's a mess.
16 misses. Oh wait, didn't you have
Oh, I
your
do,
spores
yes.
active?
So I can.
Yeah.
Where is it?
You get the feeling that that one's holding on by the skin of its teeth. Oh wait, might not get to move. Nope. Make your roll.
Is that me?
Yeah. Oh. Oh yeah, no, I didn't hit you. I swear I forgot something. That's 19, and then it will move 10, 20. It did its turn. One will fail. Make another roll.
just going to reload.
We'll just get rid of these ones, guys.
10, 20.
It would cost you fireball to kill all of them in one hit. Like, well, bam.
Oh, man.
I'm not sure a fireball would have killed them all.
But you know what would kill them too? Fireballs.
2 fireball.
Yeah, sorry, Grim.
It's all right.
Can't
You want to
help
stand
on
in
it.
front of the mindless zombies? That's your call.
That's what you do.
Yep. But that's a miss anyway. So Nezu's turn.
Gotcha. I will attack this one with a spear.
Mm-hmm. That's a hit. Minus 11.
Okay, still standing.
Yep.
Repeat. That is a miss. That's a...
You know
Okay.
what's funny though? If it
That would have
wasn't-
almost been a hit. That would have
If it wasn't a critical fail, their AC is 9, so they would have like only just scraped by.
Jesus. Okay, and then I'll use my bonus action for Honestly, I haven't done this before, so let's just give that a try. One sec. If my character sheet would load. Sick. Don't want to delay, so just unarmed attack. I was just going to do a 4 blows and I don't know. Unarmed will work. Unarmed.
Against the same one?
Uh-huh.
It's still standing. And that's your turn.
Yep.
10, 20. Ellen, your turn.
Alright. Well. I feel these things are coming closer to me, so I'm gonna run in the opposite direction, so they all go attack Rion instead.
Actually, yeah, let's see. That's 30.
Just
You know,
sort
they're-
of rub them all off on
They're
Rion.
beelining for you. If you move, then they're going to be 50-50 between these two. Or at least
Yep,
this
oh,
one is.
that's their problem, not mine. Well, poor Dimikos, I should say. I'm sure he'll be fine.
I'm sure
He's made of magnum, so he's good. You know what? Just because
Just because hashtag warlock
Can.
stuff.
Equal to effect.
now I'm just gonna Eldritch Blast. I mean, no point in really doing anything else. Okay, I'm gonna Eldritch Blast. Well, I'll Eldritch Blast the two that are like right here, since those are the ones that might go to Dimikos.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2. That's 2 hits.
Top, bottom. Yeah, that's 2 hits.
2, 5 minutes.
That's 5.
You can always target the same one as well. Just, throwing it out there.
Are you trying to tell me how to play the game, Grim?
I wouldn't dream of it.
Shock. Last one's turn. 10, 20. Bring us back to real.
I will continue charging up my awesome might
Ugh.
and fire shield.
That's not like Agathis, where it does damage to loses the shield.
Nope, that just stays up for the next 10 minutes or something. 10 minutes.
10
Yeah,
minutes?
it's not even concentration.
Not even con.
Nope.
So you could stack that with mage armor and Agathis.
Yep.
Yeah.
Broken. I think I have my next character idea.
The
What,
character
the shield?
ripping
Yep.
up.
The magic shield. Is that your entire turn?
No, I'm gonna walk around and make him hit me, or at least attempt to hit
Mhm.
me. But I got
they,
a right.
they
hand.
will. They're
Hmm?
yeah, they're stupid
Yeah.
zombies. They will all. Anyone that can proc an attack will. So
I think that's right. Yeah. So we're just gonna probably move to right here.
so it'll be this one onwards that will get.
Actually, we're just gonna move to here because I don't want all of them piling in on Spoony. You know what? We'll move there and then we'll move back there. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's only they can only make one reaction.
Right.
So 4 attacks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Did the fourth come through? For
It
you
did.
guys?
There we go.
The first one hit.
First one hit. The rest
Yes.
missed. 8 damage, and it takes how much? 2d8.
2d8, which I have.
Oh, so it bursts into flames and crumples to the ground.
2d6. Oh no, 2d8. I wrote it wrong.
It had 1 HP.
Gotcha. I like it.
Bring us to this one's turn, who will, lo and behold, make an attack against you, Riot.
That misses. I will also, against this one, Halo Abuse Symbiotic. That's this one.
Little beans you got there.
Yeah. Damocos.
I will move 30. I don't want to go there. I want to go to that square.
Just in case it helps people pick their targets.
And down the line,
No.
and go that pretty much.
Lightning bolt. But fire.
Lightning bolt.
Fire lightning bolt. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
It's
6.
it's an electric burn.
Yeah.
And then as a bonus action, I would like to cast this.
Okay, well, you can deal with that. I'm going to 1, 2, 3,
Run away.
4, 5, 6. So, first one saves, third one saves, the rest fail. So, 21 damage. So, half of 21 kills that one. Kills that one. Where was the other save? Was the third one, which takes half damage. Half of 21 is 10. And then dead and dead. Thank you for killing them with fire and
Oh
radiant.
God, are these the type of things that revive when we don't
Yeah,
kill
they're,
them?
they're undead, so surprisingly enough, the undead things have undead fortitude.
This thing is gone now.
1, 2, 3, because he just moved through his buddy, but you get a reaction attack. against
No,
him
I
if you
already
wish.
used it against this one.
Oh, is that a reaction?
It is a reaction. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine then, and it will make an attack against you.
It's a miss.
It's a miss. Bring us to this one, who will 1, 10, 20. Goes to this one. Could be deleted. 10. Can be deleted. Can be deleted. Attack against Grim.
That is a miss.
Nezu.
Yeah, so approach this one and just spear it twice.
Hit.
Uh,
Still standing though.
And then I will do a flurry about blows, which I finally figured out what it was. Just 2 unarmed strikes,
Mm-hmm.
decreasing that.
Hit, miss. So 5. So DC 12 for this. Makes it.
Oof.
So it's still standing there. That's your turn?
Gotcha.
No, I was asking, is that your turn?
Yes, that will be my turn.
And it will reply not quite in kind because it misses and can only attack once. Alan, your turn.
You know what time it is? It's Eldritch Blast time. I want to hit these 2 bloodied ones next to Demikos.
Yep. It's a hit and a hit. Oh wait, no, meeting AC is a fail, right?
No.
Or is it a hit?
No,
Meat
it hits.
No,
Oh.
no, it hits.
Right.
You
So,
need to exceed.
so top one has a DC 5 saving throw. No, DC 10, sorry. Not the extra, so it saves it. Second one has a little bit more HP, but basically still at the same point. You can kind of even see, you know, amidst the undead shambling that they already have, that they're shambling a bit harder now.
Mhm.
And assuming that's your turn?
Yep, that's it. No real
This
need to
one,
move. So.
Shamble as hard as you can, man.
5, 10, 15. If you want to make your reaction, you can.
I still don't have it.
No, I would. Actually, no. Yeah, no, it wouldn't have actually moved that far. It would have taken its first opportunity to attack you anyway. So, misses. Your turn, Real.
We'll go ahead and attack the one in the line. And we'll go ahead and expend a charge as well.
Mm-hmm. The top of the line, did you say?
Yes.
What kind of damage is the withering effect, though? is the
Necrotic.
question. Necrotic, okay, so it won't kill it, but it certainly... so the first one brings it to 0 and gives it a DC 9 to revive.
Don't do it. Don't revive.
Whoa. So it revives with 1 HP, wasting a nice little crit. And then... Wait, no, I suppose... I mean, it saves it either way, but those would have been counted 1 lot of damage, wouldn't they?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. So, I mean, it saves it anyway, but it just saves me making another roll. Any other actions?
No. Although technically you needed to make a Constitution save for it, or else it would be making the saves at disadvantage.
Yes.
Which I
So
don't know if
that
that would
failed.
do it, but
Well, either way, it ends up dying however you assign those Constitution rolls. Even with the crit. So, we will... Yes, pull it to... That one can disappear. Demikos, your turn.
I suppose I'll do what every magic user needs to do.
Fast
At
magic
least
missiles.
once.
Cry over a paper cut.
Yeah, we'll cry over a paper cut, but the other very important thing.
Yeah.
That
Fireball.
one.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
fireball.
So you'll hit the 4 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Narrowly missing my teammates.
Well, I'll tell you right now, these two get absolutely incinerated entirely. They were both on 1 HP. The dex save, yes. Top one makes it and takes 12. Second one fails and is obliterated. And I assume that's your turn.
Yeah, I don't need to move yet. That all really.
It's against you, Riod.
It's a miss.
Miss. Jesus, what is your AC, man?
19.
Jesus. Nizu, your turn.
I will.
Now you get to sit there and smack this thing for the next 5 minutes while it tries to fail a save.
Basically.
To hit?
Save time.
Yeah, I will just roll the save straight off. So 16. If it's a fail, it dies.
Thank God. Okay. Move over here. Do a spear.
To hit? Yep.
Okay, and not down yet.
No.
I will flurry blow it again. I mean this one.
It's the only one that's left. 2 hits. And first one brings it to there. Second one, same DC as before actually. Let's see if it makes it. It does not. Yay, we killed more zombies.
Oh, the
There's this
zombies must die.
Last yellow musk drops to the ground. You guys can hear a rumbling coming through the jungle. It sounds like very strange footsteps.
Do they sound strange yet familiar?
No, not something that you've heard before.
Okay, that's good, I think.
There's a different sort of sound to it this time. And you watch as you see, strangely enough,
Oh god, it's a house. Oh my god, it
That-
literally is a house.
coming through the jungle towards you. Between a flash of trees, you see what appears to be some kind of small cottage on very large chicken legs. It runs and seems to stop and settle just ahead of you guys a little bit.
Some kind of traveling house.
I
Has anyone seen anything like this before?
have no idea.
I mean, I call out, like, hello?
And at this point, because I just remembered I didn't add them to the fight, Artist and Dragonbait come back from hunting.
Midnight snacks.
Yeah.
Fire's a little bigger now.
There's some sort of cottage on legs, and a bunch of zombies attacked us. I guess we check it out.
And it seems to be rather, not
I mean,
large.
no one came out of the house or anything?
Nope. It just kind of sits down and settles in front of you. The legs kind of, you're unsure whether they sink up into the cottage or sink down into the ground. But sure enough, they disappear as the house comes to rest on the ground. And it almost looks like the house has been built there.
But it wasn't, because it just walked.
Yeah. And what do people do?
I will go up and I will knock on the
I
door.
think we should go look at it at least.
Yeah.
As you knock on the door, it swings open. And give me a second. I will hand wave and assume that you guys at least walk in.
Oh,
I'd
I
walk in
would
at the
certainly
very least.
call out hello.
I'd walk in. Like walk in.
You would get a not exactly curt reply, but a quick reply saying, "Yeah, come in, guys."
All
Seems
right.
trustworthy.
And as you step into the threshold, it strangely enough widens out. This kind of opening area is about the size of the cabin, but you can see that there's a very large house here. Very
Would
much
you
larger.
say it's bigger on the inside?
Yes, it's
Oh,
very
it's
much
so
bigger. I mean, just this kind of wooden area that you're standing in is about the same dimensions as the cottage, but then you can see what you can see further. And you are greeted by two gargoyles standing on either side of open doors. It's meant to be closed, but I realized I don't have dynamic lighting set there. But two open doors, and the gargoyles speak in unison. Hi guys. She'll see you through there. And they point to the open door.
Between them?
Yeah.
With the left. Okay.
They're kind of mirroring each other's movement. So like one's pointing over its head with the right hand, the other one's pointing over its head with the left hand.
Sure.
So they're both pointing in the same place.
I'll walk in
Yeah.
to this place. Is there like
And
seating
And
anywhere?
again, calling.
No,
Yeah.
Hello.
it's what looked like a kind
The
of
gargoyle said we would find someone in here.
a lobby area almost. There's stairs on either side leading up to a second floor that you're sure should not exist, and you can see an old crone standing in the middle of a carpet
An
rug
old crow.
at the head here. And she looks at you all and says, "Hello, dears. A bit out of place, aren't you?"
I don't think so. The gargoyle said this way, so I think this is the right way.
I mean, those are basically just the equivalent of doormats to welcome you in.
Are we not meant to be here?
I don't know. Are you meant to be here? Do you have a reason to come see me?
Yeah, the doormat said to come in.
They're trained to do so. Most people only cross the threshold if they have a reason to.
They didn't say we needed a reason, so.
Well,
I mean, as an adventurer, a reason I would believe the reason to come in would be this is a very interesting place and would like to see the inside.
And she would chuckle at that and say,
Well, that is why I made it how it is. So, is there anything you lot need or want in particular?
well, I'm sure we have questions. Starting with, who are you? Welcome. My name is Riyadh. These are my companions.
Wow.
She stops for a second with a quizzical look on her face and says,
Welcome? Isn't that what I meant to say when you visit?
Did I say welcome?
You
No.
said welcome.
"Hi, welcome to my house."
I live in
Get out, old lady. It's mine.
Merhaba.
No
Gotcha.
hags owning no property on my watch.
And she'd say,
Well, I have many names, but one I'm quite fond of is from another verse called... Well, you don't need to know its its name, but you can know mine. Baba Yaga.
I see.
And don't let my appearance put you off. And give me a second to actually get the hand out for them. Because standing in front of you now that she's kind of like showing herself a little bit more into the light, or what little light Riod is casting, because most of you wouldn't notice, but Riod does. This place is pretty dark, like not magical pitch black dark, but there's no light in here. And you can see that she is indeed a hag of some descript, and a night hag at that, if you were more well versed in them.
Mm-hmm. Would we recognize her as a hag?
That's up to you. How, I guess, well explored your character was before being an adventurer. Like, you know, people know of the existence of these creatures, even if they haven't experienced them firsthand. They know hags exist, but they might not be able to point one out between, you know, different hags. But it's very apparent that she's not entirely humanoid. Or, you know, not entirely mortal races.
Right. I'm a wanderer of sorts. If I'm quite honest, I enjoy company and visitors. I quite often make sales and trades and barters. I give respite and look after those in my care. Entertain me while
I see. Well, I think we may be interested in seeing what you have to trade, but unfortunately, I do have to warn you before, we don't have much in the way of physical coin.
Do I look like I have much need for coin?
No.
I don't exactly go into shops, if you know what I mean.
I do, I understand.
Well, I'm happy to go do trades and barters with you, but as I said, it's got to be entertaining for me, and so I will see you further in. And with that, she gives a quick snap of her fingers and disappears into a puff of very acrid, gross smelling smoke.
The smoke is acrid and gross.
And you are left. You are left in, you know, relative quiet and darkness as people actually shuffle into the room following you guys, because they don't have night vision either.
All right. Well, I believe that was a hag. So we should be on our guards. While she may seem rather pleasant, it's very possible she has some ulterior motives.
Not a very nice thing to say to someone who's welcome inside their home.
I just nod and say, I agree. Though we can't exactly pass up an opportunity to restock on supplies if she does have them.
I agree.
And Dragonbait would currently, if people care...
What's his smell?
Yeah, he would currently be smelling
He's like an air freshener.
violets.
You just sort of like wave him around a bit
Quick run in circles.
and get rid of the smell.
Well,
Just ask him if he has a sage mode. Can you smell like sage for us?
she said she's waiting further in, so I suppose we should explore, but I'd be wary of touching things for the most part.
These stairs?
She's standing
Yes,
in the middle, or was she like sitting on a chair?
Stairs on either side. She was kind of like huddled, like really hunched over, unnaturally so for quote unquote mortal races. You know, if a human and all. Okay, before you go too far, damn it. I'm describing things, and I do have things planned.
I'm just looking around this room.
I know. Yeah.
I'm not leaving. I'm just getting an idea of the
Literally
lookout.
explode.
For a non-magical creature, the stance that she was in would be torturous at worst and very uncomfortable at best. But then as she was speaking to you, she kind of stood up into the light a bit more and allowed you guys to see it. But there is no chairs or seating in here. There's a couple of quite grotesque looking, we'll call them self-portraits, because although they're very characterized of her, it's very obvious it's her, but doing various hag things. One might be eating a baby while the other one, flaying some poor villager.
Is anyone good at making art? Maybe we could barter her a picture. Some bits.
I am not.
Over here would be a small table with what looks like a smaller version of the gargoyles on it. A small statue. Not moving, not talking or anything.
If I poke it, does it talk, or does it say, "Hey, stop poking me"?
As far as you can tell, it's a statue.
Say.
So like a big mouth Billy Bay.
Yeah.
Press button and it starts singing a gargoyle song.
Minus the button.
If I try talking to it, I say hello to it. Does it?
No. You might spend 5 seconds, 10 seconds trying to elicit a response from it, and then you start feeling pretty silly as you realize that chances are this is just a statue, a small.
I've seen talking statues before. I don't feel silly at all.
Does anyone know what language gargoyles usually talk?
You hear from the front.
Wow, we're quite fond of common ourselves. But it's whatever we get taught, really.
Yeah.
And then kind of like a scoff
I'm gonna laugh
between
at
them.
Dimiko's
So is this sort of a circumstantial thing? Does it matter on who you know, what language you learn?
No, most of us are created as guardians or watchmen of some descript, so our masters tend to teach or instill languages in us. Or we can't rightly do our jobs, can we?
And they're both they haven't moved from the pedestals, and you can that they're kind of leaning around and craning their necks awkwardly to talk to you through the door, but you can see that their hands and their feet are part of the pedestals that they're on.
Do you guys have any idea where the shop she was talking about is? Do you got some directions around the place?
I'm gonna guess to the right.
I mean, shop might be a stretch. She has belongings that she trades. I mean, it's a house. Look in the storeroom if you wish.
Okay.
And again, one hand from each of them would kind of separate from the pedestal it's kind of attached to, and then they'd end up pointing in the same kind of way directly at the door, and then kind of look at each other and then shake their heads quickly, realizing that, oh yeah, that's right, we can only do this, we can't actually show them.
At the door, on the
they can only point at the door when we walk through.
On the door,
they can only
the same way they pointed initially.
Yeah.
They can only point one direction.
Fair enough.
So they only have legitimately one range of motion.
Yeah, which is basically you can see that it's very uncomfortable for them to try and crane their necks and bodies around the corner while fused to this pedestal talking to you guys. And each time they
These are some incredibly helpful gargoyles, even though they got to put some mad effort in.
And when either of them speaks, they both speak. They speak as one. But they do have two different tones of voice. They are two different separate creatures, but they seem to be one brain almost.
You're speaking in harmony.
Although you imagine they're not.
Oh, they're beautiful. So happy together.
So I would continue on. And I could actually see in these rooms, by the way.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
fine. Some of the doors are open or non-existent. There are some closed doors which do have lighting done. And as you're passing what looks to be some kind of almost spa room, this center square is filled with water, which you would guess, and I say guess because unless you want to actually go into it, you're not putting your hands or walking into it unless you specifically say otherwise. You would guess it's up to your mid thighs.
Mm-hmm.
Do
I, in
you would
fact,
hear
see
a
swarms of mosquitoes?
Yeah.
You would notice them. They're not swarms, but they do certainly sound like mosquitoes. And then you realize that it's the same kind of that you've heard once before in Drith's lair. As you watch as one of them flies off and down.
I'm gonna go to the other one and look at it.
I mean, it's kind of just chilling in a corner, like doing spider things.
Are these the things the boy made?
Are you saying that in character or asking me?
In character.
I mean, I don't remember. Can I pick it up?
You can certainly try.
Sure. I try to pick it up.
And as you kind of reach out your hand, it takes a bite at you. And misses.
Holy fuck.
But it definitely does the rear back and kind of launches itself at your hand.
I'll scout. So I'll call it a bad spider.
I would continue on.
But I guess it looks like they are the same thing.
I'm just going to leave Dragonbait and
Yeah,
Artis here. And whenever you guys call on them, they are with you guys traveling through.
Fair. Oh god, I'm left in the dark. With this flying spider.
Can't you see in the dark?
I mean, you should
That
be
you
able
try to pet.
Yeah, you can see
Can't you see, like,
Yeah, I can, but
super
it's
well in the dark?
1990s CCTV.
Oh, no, she's like... She sees, like, bright daylight, I thought. Like 120 feet.
I know that. It is no good.
Distance doesn't stop the details being,
So is it
I
all
won't
dark
say
light?
removed.
Oh,
but,
she doesn't have
yeah.
dark vision. She's got the warlock thing.
Oh, is it actually something completely
Yeah.
different, is it?
mhm. She can even see through
Okay.
magical
I don't-
darkness.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
it
can
does
see
seem
normally
magical,
in
but I didn't
darkness.
know.
Yeah, so yeah, everything's,
Oh.
just as if it was bright day for her.
Oh,
I'll
basically.
be right back to
I like
it in a
it.
minute. Keep on without me.
Sorry, it's Nezu and Demikos that have 1990s CCTV.
Okay. But no, there's actually different.
It's nice to be able to see at least.
What are you
Even
doing
if
down
fuzzy.
here, Demikos?
Well, I was about to point at
This?
Riod. I was gonna point at anyone coming and silently talk to them. There's something in this room. I'm not sure what it is, but there's a shape there that I do not like the look of.
I will ask, are you silently saying it, or are you, like, do you have some form of non-verbal communication, or are you just hushed whispering it?
I just pinged a spell.
Oh,
So I'm going to cast that. It's a cantrip.
that's fine. That's fine.
And cast that to anyone who comes this way.
Which is
Passage.
A-okay. It is a humanoid shape, kind of facing away from you, so you can't see what kind of race or creature it would be. But it is hooded, it is robed, and it is standing there in the middle of what seems to be some kind of dining room with a stage in the center.
I warily poke my head in to see.
And this door behind you would be closed, so ignore.
anything that's
Gotcha.
It's just doing dynamic lighting by hand is so work.
I would imagine it would be a pain. I would imagine.
But yeah, as you guys stare at it, you're pretty sure it's some form of dining room. Assuming you guys have not said or made any sounds, then the shape remains unmoving in the room.
Yeah, I would be messaged to not make any sound. I would. Although I'd use message again and ask what any ideas we have about this is. Because they can reply.
Yeah, both artists and Dragon Bait. Although, hang on a second. This is difficult. Artist would reply naturally and say that he would have no idea what it is, even if he poked his head round like Mezu did. Dragonbait understands common but can't speak, but I'm not sure how that translates to things like message or anything.
Yeah,
like that.
This specifically doesn't say anything about any languages. I don't know how that works out in this situation.
Yeah.
What scent is he sending us? What scent?
Yeah, he would just continue.
Stiff sticker.
Oh no.
He would continue just using his smells.
Would I
he
get a
wouldn't know
psychic
how
smell
to.
back?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so. You'd get a very hammy feeling cross across your brain in response.
What the fuck is
Yeah,
that?
I would have messaged you as well and told you to stay back.
I see.
Or at least to
It's
be
just
quiet
you-
coming up.
Yeah. And try and be quiet. There's a thing in here. It doesn't look good. And I'm trying to get ideas. You can reply with message. Any
First of
ideas
all,
to deal with the humanoid shape.
sorry, since I wasn't here, can you describe this room? Is this just a statue in a room?
Yeah,
Okay.
basically, it looks possibly like it may have been some kind of very small religious room, like I forget the term for them. What's the word?
A shrine.
Yes, but no. Like it's a room in a dedicated room in another building for shrines.
A
and
room in
stuff.
another building.
It's had like a
Like-
cloister? I don't know. I know what you're talking about. I don't know the
That's-
word.
Yeah, that's not the word I'm looking for. But yes, you know what I'm looking. The word I'm looking for. It's basically a small church, very very small room-sized church. There's a pew, a small altar, and yes, the statue there. The statue is very defaced and very very broken and ruined. In fact, it's more or less just rubble at this point. Olin, did you come via this way or
Right now, I went.
through the
So-
door here?
I was right here, and then walked here, and then walked here, walked here, and walked here.
That's fine. I just needed to know if you went past this statue.
Should I go past that statue?
I don't know. Do you want to?
Do
This
I actually
seems
see anything down this hall right now? Because I don't see anything.
you'd see a statue here, and then the hallway continuing off down this way.
Yeah, there's nothing in this little room up here.
In this room, it looks like some form of game room. It certainly doesn't look like it belongs in this house, let alone a fantasy setting. It looks almost clearly out of an old western bar.
Is there anything like of noteworthy in it, or just a game room?
You'd probably see a deck of very strange-looking cards that, if you had ever traveled the multiverses and the different planes of existence and made it to our own plane of existence, you would know it as a standard 52-card playing deck.
Is it like splayed out, or is it in a stack?
Looks like someone's halfway through a game of Texas Hold'em.
Oh man. Alright, well, I'll leave the Texas Hold'em game there. Is there any
Who's-
Texas cards
who's
that are,
winning?
like, already stacked?
What's that?
Are there any, like, full stack of cards sitting anywhere?
No. There's only that one actual deck of cards that you can see splayed out. I mean, there is a kind of like, some shelves here that might have some things, but you're looking at the back of the shelf here. You could probably just see the chairs sticking around the side of the shelf. If you actually
Yeah, you
went
know
in,
what?
then you'd see it a bit more.
I'm gonna go up to the card, one of the cards, and like look at it, like pick it
Mhm.
up and look at it.
Well, let us. How do you draw cards? How do you have it on the other game? Here we
Oh,
go.
like grip spawned it or something.
Playing cards. Yeah, someone just did it.
Oh, here you go. Yeah, shot right here.
Yeah.
The draw card.
Draw one playing card, and that's
Okay.
what you have.
Oh, nice. Um,
And the shape in the room, it looks like a humanoid shape draped in robes or some form of cloth, and it's kind of looking away from the door that you guys were peering in. So yeah, just scary would be an apt description for it.
I ask and message back. Does it look like it knows you're there? Like, is it staring at you, damn it goes?
I think it's
can't-
facing
I can't
backward.
tell.
isn't it?
I don't think it. I think it's looking the other way. Personally,
You guys would be pretty sure, like, even with your not amazing dark vision, you'd be pretty sure that it is looking the other way. There's no kind of like cave of shadows over where you'd expect its face to be. It's obviously the back of a hood looking away from you.
What's in the rest of the room, I would ask.
it's a dining room, from what I can tell.
Interesting. Perhaps we should just sneak by it and explore the other rooms.
It seems like a good idea.
And yeah, it should be noted that although this one's a little bit less weird for you guys, because I mean, it's still pretty similar to the case in point, but it looks like it's been ripped straight out of old Victorian England. This whole entire room. It looks like it's a room that's literally been removed and put here.
I don't think we should split up any more than we're already splitting up.
Yeah, artists would be with you, Riyadh. They are basically sticking to the guy who has light. So
Makes sense.
you are the basis for these guys as well.
And this looks a lot like a living room, I would presume.
Yes,
Well,
it
what happens
looks
when
how it
light
looks.
comes down?
Okay.
Another kind of drawing room or hangout area. This one looks like it belongs, actually, unlike a couple of the other rooms that you've seen. The bathroom looked like it was straight out of Rome.
Is this a door to my south?
Yes.
That looks like it leads back to the main passage.
Do you
main
open
room.
said door?
Oh, is that a door? My bad. Oh, that's a door.
Can I hear anything on the other side of the door first?
Nothing at all.
I would try the door.
I mean,
try to open.
and it would open easy enough into what looks to be a small bathroom or toilet
the
of some
Danny.
descript. Yeah, it's the toilet or a toilet. And where did Ellen is still up there,
yeah.
which is good.
I'm looking at this statue thingy right now.
Whoa, what is...
It looks.
Sorry.
Yep, give me a second and I will show you all what it looks like. unless I find it. Damn it, why is there so much of everything all of the time?
Oh, okay. I presume it's
Yes,
not
is that
animated,
exactly?
though.
No. It's just looks like it. It has not started moving or anything like that. If you were to hazard a guess at this point, it's not even a Tomb Guardian, it's a statue. Does someone want to enter the area directly around it, though?
I think I will pass.
Let's not fight the Tomb Guardian in very cramped spaces.
Can I say hi?
Do you? Because
I mean, aren't I standing where
standing
are
where you
we
are.
talking about the same one or are we talking about a different one?
That's the
Yeah,
one
you
we
guys are
see,
talking about
yeah.
the same one.
I don't
If you
actually
say
see
it,
it, that's why I asked.
if you say it from where you are, there would be no response. If you step into that room, its head is going to turn to look at you, whether you speak or not.
Ellen, I think we're just slightly to the south of you.
Yeah.
She would be
Try to
able to
walk?
see your light, at least.
Yeah, I can see your light. Do you want me to come in there? Here, I'm gonna take one step forward.
And sure enough, its head would slowly, with a great loud creak of stone and metal, turn to look at you.
Don't mind me. I'm just gonna say as I just sort of walk down. I'm gonna try to walk around it over here to the light.
And it wouldn't make any other move aside from its head following you with the grinding noise.
Right.
And then-
I'll be like, hey guys.
Hi.
As you step out of that line-ish there, out of what is essentially its room, it stops following you and it's just staring straight down this hallway at the four of you. Or
Hey, I found a staircase. And I'll point to my right.
that is a staircase.
We found a great big monster.
We win.
Nice.
Yeah. We're gonna try to go past it, I think. And not go into the
I think
room.
we should go to the stairs.
Should we go to the stairs without
Should,
fully exploring this floor?
I mean, we're looking for the hag, aren't we? Should probably be. These stairs goes up or down.
They go up.
This should probably be upstairs.
Sure.
There is a lot more here.
Sure, but I mean, maybe if we find the hag, she'll just be like,
And hold up a sec, Democos, because I'll bring you back
give
down
us whatever
here
we're
for a
looking
second.
for.
You can see a door there. And Alan, you probably would have seen it as well. I'm going to move you back here. See it? There is a door at the end of this corridor as well.
Oh, yeah, there's a door down there.
A closed door?
Yes.
It's actually open for me, but interesting.
I know. Like I said,
so
not,
that's why I was asking if it was closed.
not all dynamic lighting has been done because it's a
Yeah, I
lot of
gotcha.
fucking work.
Yeah.
Especially when you want to have doors that you can delete, so you don't have to delete the entire dynamic lighting map.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I saw a door down there. There's a lot more to this place. I mean, we can go upstairs if we want them.
Well, might as well.
I don't mind. I'll follow the group. I don't like splitting up.
And I
It's
guess
a
we would
spooky
head
place.
up the stairs. I would go first. Unless Ellen
Yep.
particularly wants to.
I would like to go first up the stairs, actually, is my idea. I don't want him taking credit for it.
Ignore this while I move you guys, because awkwardness. And you guys would come in
Where we at?
into this room. And
Sort of
yes, you would in
bottom
fact
right.
see Baba Yaga sitting at the far end of this room.
Perfect.
She is not paying you any attention though. She has not noticed that you are there. Does Damokos really just go running up to her?
I'd walk up
Not
to her.
running up to her. I'm more like just looking around this room.
It sounds
Get
like
to-
running
get
up.
to-
Yeah.
Get to here, look up,
As you got
and
to
see
about
that she's
this
there.
area, you would see that she's eating something. She's not paying you much attention. She seems very, very... But she is eating something.
Can Do I see what she's eating?
I would not want to know what she's eating. The hag's reputation presumes them so. Precedes them. I would
give me a-
rather not know.
Give me a perception roll.
Sure.
It is a very, very small arm. Very small.
Hmm.
And I'm not
Halfway.
talking halfling.
Oh,
It's
no.
not a fully matured arm, let's say that.
It's a quarterling.
That's one way to put it.
At this point, yeah. At this point. Does anyone interrupt her, or do we want to keep exploring?
I mean, I would sort of like cough and make my face stone, I guess.
And she'd kind of splutter and cough and look up from her meal quickly, putting the remains of it into a cloak or a robes. And she'd say,
Well, if I'm honest, I didn't expect you guys to come here that quickly.
Oh, you
How did
told
you
us to
enjoy
find it.
the house?
It's quite extravagant.
I know, I'm quite proud of it if I don't say so myself.
oh god, she just
I
turned
would
into
like to
Jenny.
look around a bit more. It was quite interesting.
I mean, we can always look more after we've met with her.
Can we?
Right.
Yeah,
I mean, what's she
can
gonna
you?
do? Kick us out?
Yes.
How would she kick us out?
Huh?
How would she
The
kick us out?
fact that she's a night hag and has, level 7 spells.
Yeah, but she invited us in the first place.
Sure.
Yeah.
And then
You're not wrong
she
there.
let us explore for a while, but now that we found her, like, that's the object of the game. I mean, she's not going to let us play more, quote unquote. It's
Were
gonna
we
it's gonna
playing the
get
game in
down
the first
to
place?
business. Yeah, I mean, she wanted us to see the rest of her house, and I don't,
You saw all of maybe 2% of it.
Did she want us? I'll ask her if she wanted us to go and explore it more. We were just sort of checking it out, and now we're up here. And
She kind of flusters about for a couple of seconds and goes,
Well, didn't that one say that you guys are adventurers?
Yeah.
Well, adventure. If you're done with adventure, and by all means, some wish, but my time is, limited, but not.
did you want to tell us whatever you wanted to tell us before we go back to exploring then?
I have nothing to tell you. I'm waiting to see what you guys do and want.
Well, you said didn't you say to find us so she gives an offer or something like that?
to
Yeah,
trade, but like
if you guys want to trade.
she wants to know what we want from her, or what we want.
Oh. So we're supposed to explore her house and look for something we want?
Could be.
I think that's the general idea.
and she kind of
How
just
much for the house?
looks at the four of you and shrugs, and then she looks at you and says,
Are you serious? Because I mean, everything has a price, but the price on this one quite steep.
Well, I mean, maybe it's not as steep as one might think. Because it certainly would be useful if we could procure it.
Those gargoyles at the front said something about a storeroom. Where might one find that?
I don't think she's gonna
Well,
tell
it
us.
depends. Well, it depends what kind of storeroom you're looking for. You're looking for valuables? Are you looking for food in the larder? Are you what?
"We don't know."
Where's the showcase?
Well, I mean,
Isn't our whole home a showcase? Isn't our
The little one is more on key with it. This isn't exactly a shop. I don't have a catalog for you. I don't send out pamphlets monthly saying, "Hey, these are the best deals this week." If you see something you like, bring it to me. We make trade. If you're looking for something in particular, ask, and I might be able to help. Might not. Might not
How
help.
much for the deck of cards?
In deck of cards? What?
I mean, I would know it's a deck of cards, right?
Yeah. Like, I mean, cards are cards at the end of the day.
Yeah,
just
yeah,
because,
so, like,
just
you know.
because this world would use a different variation doesn't mean cards don't exist.
Sure, yeah.
He's
I was
more
just-
questioning, like, what do you mean cards? Out of everything that could possibly be in this house, you want a deck of playing cards?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, depends where from, what kind.
I don't know what kind they are.
And everyone give me a perception check here.
Sure, I'll give another perception. A literal 0. I'm just, I got like a blindfold on all of a sudden.
Literal 0.
Hey guys, did it get dark in here all of a sudden?
I'm just. Oh wait, was Nizu AFK?
No,
No,
I
okay.
played one. It was the first, I believe.
Ah, it is, yes. Well, in that case, because only one of you made it, I'm only gonna PM him. Right there. And she would pull up and hold her hand out and say,
Do you mean these ones?
and as far as you can tell from this
God!
distance, it looks like the same kind of cards that were down in the drawer. game room.
Well, then I'd say yeah. How much are
Do you react like that in character?
Probably not. No, sorry.
Yeah, so I mean, how much for them? Like, what's the price?
And she'd stop and think for a second and she'd say,
Because they're like, you know, they're pretty simple items, so I figured it can't be too
Oh, yeah, yeah.
expensive.
but again, she doesn't place monetary value on it.
Sure.
Well, what are they worth to you?
I got 3 steaks in my backpack.
3 sticks.
What was that? You got what steaks?
3 steaks. Like,
Stakes of.
No,
Oh.
stick. S-T-I-C-K-S.
Sticks, as in like from a tree.
Yeah.
Well, sticks aren't exactly hard to come by, you know.
You know what?
Do you
I could offer her a normal quarterstaff for it.
And I mean, she would look at it over, and kind of
Are you?
nod her head side to side for a second before saying,
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And should
So I'll give her this
slightly-
quarterstaff for that deck of
Is that-
cards.
Is
Yep.
that my quarterstaff? I traded you.
No,
"It is."
it's actually not. I have 2 quarterstaffs. So,
Oh, okay.
Wait, you have a quarterstaff, but you don't use it.
Yeah, because I'm a.
Why would she?
I'm a
She's
warlock.
got Eldritch Blast,
Yeah, you have a fair point.
and you would find yourself the owner of 1 deck of cards.
Nice.
Do you think you might be able to point me in the direction of any magical items that might be able to enhance my abilities?
That sounds more like something you would need to find.
Yeah.
I have no doubt something exists in my house to help you in that respect, but it's a very broad thing you're asking.
Is there a general room where you put magic things?
And she kind of like stares at you blankly for a second. Like, you can almost see the cogs whirring in her head, like, have they really not realized
Almost be willing
higher
to bet
places
that
magic?
everything it writes.
Yeah, like should continue on like,
Well, there's a lot of magic here, yes.
Rub the bridge in my nose.
she kind of gives you a big mood fucking nod towards you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna walk away and start looking
Yeah,
around.
I would
for
head
things.
back down to look.
And once
I'll
everyone
head back down
decides
with
to
him as
leave.
well.
Before we continue, Alan, what are you
Yeah.
doing with that deck?
I put it in my pocket or backpack.
So, not to be that guy who's going to clue it in too hard this early, I think, but you're not going to draw from it?
I mean, I see you kind of like I wasn't planning on it.
Like, by all means, like, if you haven't clicked on to what it might be now, don't make me twist your arm or anything. Play it out naturally. But Nezu did kind of click onto it.
But you also got to remember, M's pretty
Like-
new to D&D.
Oh, that makes it even
Yeah.
better. No one tell her. No one tell her.
Yeah.
No one tell her.
Sure, yeah. I mean, I wasn't gonna pull it yet, so
That's fine. Yep. Store them away and continue on your journey.
Even better when she offers us all a game of cards.
Oh, that's
you
gonna
know,
that's gonna be glorious.
You deal.
you say that, but
That's funny.
And you would all find yourself back down on the first floor.
am I back on the first floor as well?
Yes, everyone is. It's to the top of the screen.
Yes, I see. Okay.
So let's explore a bit more then.
Amongst other things, I would turn to Artist and Simber. Excuse me, Artist and Simber. Artist, and say, likely if there's anything that could also help you find what you're looking for, chances are the hag will have it. I mean, there's always the question of whether you would trust the hag enough to take her on her word, or we can even find anything. But certainly, if you haven't thought of it, chances are something here could help you. I guess it's a matter of finding it.
He would shake his head and say, I don't and won't trust that thing.
Fair.
And just from that one sentence alone, you can tell that him and Dragonbait are very...
Right.
He ate so much he left the call.
Perhaps.
Like, their hands have been on the hilt of their swords the entire way through this house. You have not once seen them take their hand off their weapons.
Yeah.
No, Artist does have a sword now.
Nice avatar, I believe, but nice. Where's that dragon bait? Where's
I think Dragon Bait's one using the scimitar.
No, Artist would have
I'd have
taken
got
it.
some of that.
Yeah, because he only had a dagger, and Dragonbait exclusively uses his +3 Holy Avenger, because you have a +3 Holy Avenger, why would you not use it?
Man's not wrong.
Because it's too good. He's like a team player. He doesn't want to be too powerful.
Oh no, it's not that, it's the fact that he likes two-handing that thing.
Gross.
You've never seen him throw a strike with it one-handed. And as you guys walk into this room, whoever crossed threshold into this room first is who the statue locks onto and traces around the room.
So if I head in the opposite direction, is there anything weird with like the back of its head, or?
Not as far as you can
An
see.
off
It
switch.
looks like
And then if
it
I
looks
step
like
out, does it
a,
swing back? Look at
yeah,
him.
oh yes, as you step out it wouldn't swing, like it wouldn't whip around quickly or anything, but it would just slowly, with that grinding creak, turn to look at Riod.
Mm-hmm.
And no, as far as you're aware or can see, like you could I'm not saying you are going to touch it, but if you were to actually, investigate it and everything, it would be almost a perfect replica of a Tomb Guardian, minus the fact that it's a Tomb Guardian. It appears the only bit that can move on it is its head, and it's kind of like it's
You think it's for sale?
Minus the fact
like the
that it's
old
not
school.
actually trying to kill me.
Yeah, like it looks like the old doll or something, where it has a very clear defined line around its neck that is its swivel point. Well, what's that perception roll for, Demikos?
Well, I was just looking around to see if there was anything cool in the room, but there is nothing.
Incidentally, the room that you just stepped into looks what you would have expected the inside of the cottage to look like before you stepped into the cottage. It's more of a single room. I say that though there is that divider wall there that separates the bedroom off. It's kind of just like it looks like a single room cottage. This thing to your left here wouldn't be shelves. That would be some form of kitchen stuff, and there would be in the corner on the fire a pot.
So at this
Or
point,
cauldron.
I would say, sorry, I think Dragonbait and Simber might be right. I don't think I want to have much to do with the hag and her deals. I won't judge you for taking them, but I think it's best if our consciousness, at least the three of us, return to the main room. You all can do what you wish. And out of character, I'll continue following since I'm light and I want to, show things off for the video. But
Yes, that's fine. Yeah, if you guys are gonna go back to stand at the lobby with the gargoyles, that is also fine. And Artist and Dragonbait they'd be happy to follow you, but even if they were wanting to explore here, they would guess that 3 and 3 is better than 5 and 1. So they would split off with you.
Okay, so greed is an imperfection that defiles the mind. So I nod along with Friod, and then I just sort of follow him.
So it's just Damikos and Ullen that would be continuing through the house then?
Guess so.
I would tell
Very
them
well.
if they need help
Yeah, I
with
guess.
something to come and grab us before they get into too much trouble, but
Sure, I'll be fine.
well, everything in this house is likely tainted.
Dangerous at the very least.
So I go with Demikos down to
Keep your wits
whatever
about
this
you.
place is. My wits are always about me.
Can I head out here?
By all means, yes, the door swings open quite nicely, and you step out into, weirdly enough, you are outside, and you look up, and surprisingly enough, there's no trees, no canopy above you. It's a clear, starry night sky. It's quite warm, you'd guess, either the tail end or the start of summer. And you can see further on, down to the south, a very large-looking snail with
Snail.
iridescent shell, with an iridescent shell. So it's kind of like rainbowy and everything.
Go on to the snail.
Can I
What's it doing?
can I try and figure out what it is? Would I have any
Moving?
idea about what this is?
Or is
It
this one
is-
also like a statue, like a lot of
No,
the
no.
other stuff?
It is slowly moving, and it seems to be coming up towards you guys. If you guys want
Aw.
to give me a nature roll each.
Sure.
Haha, cool. And yes, Grim, that is what it
Yeah.
is. Damikos, you would know that this thing is called a flail snail, and you know that they can be rather dangerous, although they don't tend to be overtly hostile. It's more of a you get in its way, it fucks with you. You would know that the shell is worth quite a bit, and that people quite often make their living following these creatures, collecting up, for lack of a better descriptor, their trails, their slime, because it leaves almost, and you would see it following and trailing behind it, a almost glass-like substance on the ground, as opposed to more of a sticky slime. Beyond that, you wouldn't know much more about their physiology, what they do, where they live, or anything like that. But you'd know that it's something that, while not like super duper dangerous, they're also something that people don't tend to make a habit of standing in front of either.
I would suggest everyone stays out of the way of it.
And assuming you guys either skirt around it or just in general do not get in its way, it would move past you guys peacefully and continue on, and you would see again the trail kind of being left behind it, and you'd see the ground underneath the trail because the glass substance is quite clear. You'd see that it almost looks like it's been acid burnt away as it's traveling. Stones and grass being just replaced with this glass sheen.
Interesting. Do you think the snail's for sale?
I think she said everything has a price.
I see. You think is it useful for us?
I mean, it's valuable, but how much value do you have to money for money?
Yeah, it's valuable, but is it movement speed of 10 feet valuable?
I mean, not sure we'll be moving a bit slower, so.
Is this snail used? What do you mean by that?
It's like a car.
Like, what's the mileage?
No, it's a living
What's the
creature.
mileage
It's
on
worth.
it?
Yeah, it's worth doesn't go down just because it exists.
Can you ride it though?
It would be big enough that you possibly could, or at least Nezu could. For you guys, it'd be kind of like an adult trying to ride a child's bike. You could do it, but it wouldn't be easy by any means.
From like an OOC thing, because somebody between the two of you would probably heard of it. You could use its shell to make like anti-magic shields.
Yeah. No. They wouldn't know that.
Oh, fair enough.
That's why I said like Damakos knows some things
Gotcha,
about
gotcha.
it, but not
My
a
bad,
lot
my
of things
bad.
about it. He knows
Oh
generalness
my gosh,
of
why
it.
you always got meta?
I've been playing D&D a long time.
Don't worry, I do the same.
I try
I'm
not
constantly
to.
I'm constantly sitting there an hour of the game.
I
I
really
know
hope.
what's happening.
I mean, it's like I really hope it's not the flail snail I'm thinking of. It's like,
Hail snail.
but yeah, what's this? What's going on over here?
Nothing. It's the end of what appears to be this either garden or walkway for this snail.
Snail trail?
This is nail.
Those are-
trail.
The statue-looking thing and the bench-looking thing aren't actually there.
I see.
Unbeknownst
So
to
there's-
you guys, it would have been eaten long, long ago.
So the snail trail's over here.
Yeah,
I skirt by
back.
Snaily Boy here. He's not trying to like squeeze through the door, is he?
No, he's literally following this stone trail up, kind of replacing the stones and flagstone with his snail trail.
Can I skirt by him again?
If you want,
I didn't
Look
see
how
where.
big
give
is
me
a
a
giant
dex
ballroom
save
here.
for that one though.
Okay, I'll give you a dex save for this one.
There is like a giant
It's not a
ballroom.
very high DC, but
I don't have a very good dex save.
Oh,
Oh god.
yeah, no. You would cut just a little bit close to it, and I'm not gonna pull us into full combat for it unless you actually want to, kill it in return
I
for it
desire
attacking you.
snail versus human.
I did get it at 12.
Oof. 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 And it does. It doesn't use its scintillating shell because it doesn't feel like it's threatened, but it does lash out at you with all 5 of its tentacles.
Oh god, oh fuck. Oh my gosh!
So take whatever
Hitting
damage you
3
need to.
times.
Yep.
9 plus 4 is 13, plus another 9 is 22.
And just keeping in mind that if you do go down from this, Ullen is not aware.
I'm technically not aware. No, I mean I was sort
I
of like,
did,
God, I don't know
I
how
did
far
not
would
go
it
down
get.
from this, but I am fucked up.
I don't know how.
And I will
far
say
would
that
it
that happened there. So if you want to continue pushing past it, you can, or you can decide the better of and go back. Like,
It's going back.
if you happen to piss it off or get in its way again, you have the distinct feeling that's going to happen again. But Mr. Flaresnail
Alright, well,
continues
if
on his
they're
way.
not getting in combat, then I assume, correct? You guys are actually gonna like let the snail pass or something? Okay. Yeah, I walk over to whatever this place is.
I mean, it's technically only you and Damocles here. We're
Yeah,
just
we
sort of
are-
here
we
so we
are
don't
actually-
have a black screen.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I keep forgetting you guys aren't here, even though you are walking around.
Yeah,
with
we
us.
pussy it
You're
out.
cheaters. You're cheaters.
This room to the north would be some kind of laboratorial workshop, maybe a feel of a mix of both. There's a lot of bookshelves. The tables have various equipment and tools on them. Nothing seems to be an entire set. Like, there might be a calcinator and a couple of vials, but there isn't an entire alchemy set. There might
Does
be.
anything look like, special or noteworthy?
Give me a perception.
Is that another 0?
Wow. Yeah, no, there's nothing in this room that would interest you
There's
whatsoever.
there is literally nothing in this room. It's completely empty.
Can I use my librarian powers to find
Oh.
interesting books?
If you wish, give me another perception with advantage.
Where's the perception one? There's the perception one. Interesting books.
Yes, you do find some rather interesting books, one of which is actually another copy of a book you already own. You do find another copy of Volotham? What's his name? Volo?
Follow.
Volo. You find another copy of his Journal of Monsters. And you would also find a hastily scribbled note, not interestingly enough, from the hag, or at least you wouldn't imagine so, because do you speak Elvish?
Do
Nope.
I speak Elvish?
I don't, so.
Yes.
Oh, you
I
would
do
find-
speak Elvish.
You would find an Elvish script. A note talking about a dragon in the mountain. Like that's literally basically the entirety of the note condensed. Like
There's a dragon.
there's a
in the
mountain, there's a dragon, the dragon is in the mountain.
The mountain is in the dragon.
There's a note here.
Interesting. What does it say?
about it.
I don't read Elvish.
There's a dragon in the mountain.
Which mountain?
Give us a history.
History. That mountain.
That
mountain?
mountain.
That mountain is a pretty good mountain, if we're quite honest.
You mean
I'm
the
just-
mountain?
I'm trying to remember which one actually has the dragon in it. It's one of the two. Yes, Wormheart.
Worm-
In
Wormhout Mountain has a dragon.
Oh no, not mountain. Where the mountain where Wormheart is found. Which, if you give me a second, I will look it up. Oh god, no. No, the tiles. The tiles. I believe the mountains are called Frackhammer. Or else that might just be that area of the mountains. But god, this takes forever to load, guys.
Please.
Kobold Mountains.
Kobold Mountains.
Football Mountains.
Which, if you pulled out your map, you would know is just to the left of the Valley of Lost Honor.
That's where I had it, isn't it?
Vaguely. Like, probably within a dozen
Roughly.
miles. Or rather, a dozen hexes. I guess each hex is like 10 miles, right? Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
And looking all around the house, do I find anything that I might think would help me in any way, shape, or form?
Not in the current rooms that you've searched. The figure is still standing in the room to the south, quite scarily. And you would hear a familiar
No, please.
as flying spider flies past you guys' heads.
Okay, I thought he was coming to kill me.
No,
I
no.
really like
It's
the
just
flying
a-
spider flying fast.
Just keep on exploring for the moment.
Sure. I look
Ambience,
into the
man.
room. I'd like to look around this room.
If you're going around in that room, I want to see what happens.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I've made up for all my terrible vision.
So, are you looking from the doorway where you are?
I would sort of walk into like the thingy. I wouldn't go too close to the statue, but I'd maybe
The
like step
second
in.
you cross the threshold, you hear a scream as the hooded figure turns to look at you. And give me that for a start.
God, I pulled
So,
back.
Constitution save.
Oh gosh.
And then, sorry, Grim and Nezu, but we are going to be rolling for initiative, so I'm going to put you guys back here. Nezu,
Oh,
damn you.
God.
I was
Okay,
moving you
fair
for a
enough,
reason,
fair
mate.
enough.
Oh, gotcha.
Because you guys would hear the wail coming down from there.
Sure.
So,
Well, I think I passed the Constitution save at least.
you do. That's 23 halved.
So I take how much damage?
Hold up, Rio.
Sorry.
No, it's all good. I just hadn't cleared.
Oh, gotcha.
So I take 11 damage?
Yes.
Oh god. Oh god.
And then everyone else can roll initiative as well.
Oh, I'm about to look like a real dick.
Should try just leaving first.
You know what?
I'm
Where's
about
the-
to look like a real dick.
We have to blow this lady's house up. Why not? Such
To
either.
burn shit
Please.
down.
There we go. Okay, I finally got initiative to stay.
Yep. But I believe you rolled a 11 first. So we
I
will
mean,
change
take
that.
whichever one you want. The one that's stuck or the very first one I ever.
What?
It'd be pick either. Yeah, so I can take the 11
Yeah.
or the 19. Sometimes I just pick the first one I did. Other times, usually I just pick whichever the first one that sticks is. So
Yeah, if the first one had stuck, then yeah, sure. But I'd take the first roll.
yeah,
If
I mean, I'm
things
fine with
don't
it. That's
stick,
what I'm
I can
saying.
always yeah, I can always rechange things later though. But assuming that's everyone, Nezu, your turn first. See?
Question: where did I hear that scream from?
You can't be 100% sure, but you're pretty sure it was the big dining room. So
Gotcha.
it was definitely down from this direction, but you wouldn't know how far it kind of bounces off the walls and echoes through the house.
Gotcha. Okay, so I'm sprinting, and I believe that's double movement, right?
Yes.
If you right click when you try to move, it'll bring up and sort of measure out the feet too. Like grab your
Yes.
token and then right click and then
Oh, that was a whoopsie.
That's 61 feet. That's close. enough.
61, yeah.
Yeah, if it's that big of an issue, we'll move you. Which would have been 60.
Okay, and I assume I see Damocles there.
You'd see Damocles there, and you'd probably just barely see, like, a shoulder or such of Alan.
So what did we hear exactly? Did
shapes.
we hear like yelling, screaming in terror and pain? Maybe not terror.
It
but...
was definitely not mortal or humans.
So we heard.
I say
it.
mortal.
I
meaning-
gotcha.
Yeah, you heard it. It wasn't Alan.
Gotcha.
You wouldn't have even heard me. 'Cause
Because she just got bitch slapped with necrotic energy.
Ooh. Also, I assume I now see Damos, and he seems pretty roughed up, and I'll be wondering
Yeah.
why.
I'm all fucked up.
Yeah, like one of his arms is still dislocated at the elbow, and he's kind of like trying to set it back into place as he's watching what Alan's doing.
And we left them for like 10 minutes, right? At the worst.
Barely even that, maybe like 4 or 5 at most.
Okay, that was 61 feet. Could I move it a bit closer to be right next to him? I think that is 61. I have 70 movement. That should be fine, right?
Yeah, that's fine then. Yeah.
Okay. And I think that'll end my turn, unless I can do something as a bonus action. One sec. I am not sure if that is a bonus action or not. It does not say.
What is it?
Wait. Oh, no, that is an action. Okay, can't do that.
So that's your turn?
Yep, that is my turn.
Dragonbait, hearing the scream, would basically just draw his sword and run straight to you guys. Bring us to Riot.
Yep, we shillelagh up, and we bring up the bees.
Mm-hmm. You gonna move closer?
Mm-hmm. We're gonna dash. Oh God!
I would like to say after this fight, I'd like to keep my crit for perception search room. Because otherwise I'm going to roll another 0.
Is it your turn,
That's
Riot?
me.
Damocos, your turn. But
What?
hold up a second.
What
'Cause
was
as
the healing of the hands of healing?
It didn't work. He didn't have an action to use it.
Oh,
Okay. So as you start your turn, it uses this.
It uses hands of healing. Oh gosh, he's so pretty.
I wasn't looking at his eyes. What's that? DC 13 con save.
Mm-hmm. Oh, no, you're right. You can, unless surprised. A creature can avert its eyes to avoid the saving throw at the start of its turn. But it puts you at disadvantage and shit. So it's up to you. You can make the saving throw, or you can take disadvantage. Yep.
And then I will. Well.
So you
Is it-
take 3d10 first. 26. Are you still having your turn?
What do you mean?
The saving throw is to save from dying.
Oh,
You still take 26 damage, 3d10. And it rolled 989.
Oh my gosh.
26.
Oh god, Stavakov's dead.
I almost instantly die.
Whoa.
That takes me down. Wait. Fuck.
You're dead.
Is it an
Oh
insta-death?
god.
Yeah.
Is it actually?
Yeah.
Oof. So, for the second time this campaign,
No!
a character slips into the void.
Damocles!
I feel so bad. I'm so sorry, Fraser.
Why would you go into the room with a scary monster?
That
be
didn't
fair,
look
it was-
I
scary.
didn't.
It wasn't even Demikos.
I know, that's what I think. It didn't look scary.
And to be fair, I did give you every opportunity to avert your gaze instead. But with that, it is Artis's turn,
Artis.
who will very much the same as Dragonbait, just leg it to help you guys, drawing out his scimitar as he runs.
Damocles is dead. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, and
I
that's
do
it.
know what happened because you were here. You died. I
No,
think.
no.
I mean, in character,
That's
he
the
just
thing,
dropped.
Yeah, to all five of
Oh.
you even. This thing literally, they didn't even see it. You would have seen it just look in his direction and slumps to the ground.
Oh god, that's horrifying. Even worse because I'm currently looking at it.
And on its turn, it uses that as its bonus action.
And what is this bonus action?
So if you end your turn within 30 feet of the Bodak, you take 5 necrotic.
Okay. It's not
and then
good.
it moves up
It's also not good.
and it attacks you.
That's also not good.
Bring us to
That
your
is
turn.
gonna hit. So for
If you survive.
what is that? Like 8 damage?
Yes, 8 damage.
Yeah, I don't die. That said, am I gonna have to roll that eyeball thing?
Eyeball thing?
You the
No.
death games.
No.
Okay. And now is it's
But
turn
that's just-
over?
This is on a failed save.
Yeah.
Otherwise, a creature takes 3d10 psychic damage on a failed save.
Yes. Oh, yes, wait.
Oh, thank God.
She's still alive?
Oh, yeah, sorry. So, no, we will go back to Damokos's turn quickly.
Damocles.
No, because you're
My
back to
boy's
life.
alive!
She just fainted from being scared.
If the saving throw fails by 5 or more, the creature is reduced to 0 hit points unless it is immune to the frightened condition.
Oh my
Otherwise,
God.
otherwise. Oh, on
So
a failed
that's it.
save, so what's the save? Then?
So if you roll between 8 and 13, you take 3d10 damage.
Yeah.
If you roll like 1 through 8,
It's death.
you just die.
And then
But if you
making
make the save, it just negates it completely.
yeah, it must be.
If you make, there's nothing.
Yes. So, lucky Demokos, we will
Because you're back to life. I thought I
quickly
killed
go back to his turn.
Don't fucking look
We
at
will
it.
move the Bodak straight into there. So Damokos made the save against its death gaze. It is meant to be able to use it turnly, but I'm doing recharge of 5 or so on its turn. Just for balance, because I don't want it to literally just death gaze the entire lot of you as you file into the room one by one.
I
It
can
would be
survive it.
effective. It would
And-
be effective.
Yes, its Aura of Annihilation is not yet active. And we will bring... Well, no, Simba's still going to spend his turn running up anyway. We won't change. But yes, it is your turn, Damokos.
I mean, basically, all I was going to do was shoot one of those and then run away.
Mm-hmm. That is fine. And that's a solid hit. And he is a slow boy.
My question is, if my magic is all fire, does it still spell it?
How long did that last?
I don't know about all the magic fire. The skin thing's just until I get a remove curse.
Yeah, the skin is permanent. It's only a minute, so they're not all fire anymore.
I like to think you like shoot like, you know, like hot tar or something. You know?
Well, he's not actually like it's just a purely aesthetic cosmetic thing. It's
Well, that's
not
what I'm
actually
saying.
affecting him.
So it's like ray of hot tar. Instead of Ray of Frost if he was using fire spells.
I mean, yeah, if it was still, it would have been, and it would have, you know, I would have done it thematically. Its muscles are seizing up from the heat and everything like that.
Oh, the heat.
But now it is the Bodak's turn.
Okay, is he still gonna do the walk forward auto attack thing?
Yes, it will Aura of Annihilation and then walk forward, attack,
Okay, so,
miss.
I'll-
I'll use the same rolls from before. Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, it's still 8 damage. But now it is your turn. Oh, I'm so glad I didn't kill another character just now. This wasn't meant to be
Especially
like a
the
super lethal
sponsor
thing.
again.
It's just a targeted meat grinder.
Okay. I know what I'm gonna do. I am going to cast. I don't even know if this spell is even set up. I think I've set up the spell, but I mean, we're gonna click on it and find out. So what level can I say is level 4? I'm gonna try to ban it.
Banishment, yep. You attempt to summon. Yep, that works. And it disappears out of sight for 1 minute. So I'll just move it over here.
It passes charisma saving throw.
Oh, is there actually? Ah, there is. Okay,
Yeah,
sorry.
there it is.
I thought it was just happens.
To be fair, I assume the statue can't have that much charisma.
So it
Wow.
remains.
It's not a statue. It's like an undead thing.
Oh
Yeah,
god, it's too charismatic for me to manage.
Apparently.
Oh gosh.
How about no?
Um. Okay, then I'm going to. Since that was my standard action.
Sorry, because I forgot to roll this before. Oh,
Oh no!
I am going. Well, I can still do something.
oh yeah, but it's got its death gaze back.
Oh,
roll
I
it on its
see.
turn.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to use.
I'm gonna break line of sight no matter what.
Trying to think about what I can do. I can't really run from it because I believe it's an opportunity attack me.
Yes, it is.
Granted, maybe I'm the best person to get hit by Death Gaze. Because it just drops you.
Actually, I'm probably the best person to be hit by it. I'm actually.
Actually, I'm sure none of you.
I was
want to
like,
get
what?
hit by
Yeah,
it.
what?
You really want to roll the
We
chance
should
and
be averting our gaze, and we should be telling people not to look at it.
Actually,
Oh yeah, don't look at that thing.
Alright, I'll tell everyone not to look at it.
it didn't quite kill me, but when I saw it on my last when I last done something, I swear it could have killed me just by looking at me.
What's on my life?
How do you disengage? Is that a standard action to disengage? Or is that your move action to disengage?
The standard action.
So I
Unless
can't
you've got
disengage.
the other thingy. No, you cast a spell already.
Yes, it was most unfortunate.
Oh yeah, I am wrong.
Alright then, I will try to walk away from it.
Close your damn eyes.
Which surely I'll just take 5 steps to see what the opportunity attack is.
Yep, and I will just do that.
Okay,
Oh,
got to negative 7 HP.
so Ullen slumps to the ground, and you would still be at its feet.
Oh, yeah, sure. I guess true, yeah.
Bring us to Nezu's turn.
Don't look at it.
Okay.
Demikos, how hurt are you?
I am extremely messed up. I'm on 3 hit points out of 44.
Also, wait.
Before you have... Alright, so dealing with this thing, before you have your turn, you need to tell me whether you averting your gaze for the turn on, or else you are going to suffer its effects.
Gotcha.
And actually, I just remembered Ullen take 2 failed saves straight off the bat.
Oh. I just take 2 failed saves immediately?
Yep, because you took damage
Oh.
while you were KO'd, because you ended it your turn within 30 feet of it.
Oh. So do I take... Does that
Uh,
actually do damage or just failed saves?
It's just failed saves. You yeah.
Okay.
Any
So okay.
damage when you're unconscious is 2 failed saves straight off.
Oh, I see. Interesting.
Question. Would it be
Answer.
possible to grab her or drag her in some way? And would that trigger a attack of opportunity?
Give me a second. No, you will be able to grab her without suffering an attack of opportunity, but I want you to give me a...
Also, I would be averting my gaze, so if that factors into it, if that...
Well, that's the thing, like, it would, but you're doing something that requires you to be looking basically directly at it, because she is, you know, essentially between its feet. It's standing over
Don't
top
do
of
it.
her.
Not worth it.
So I
Because
want
then-
you to give me
It's just looking at its eye.
an insight or a perception roll, whichever you prefer.
I would recommend you
Gotcha.
don't do that, because the problem is if you die as well...
Don't do a
I'm worried
perception
you're
roll.
gonna
He'll trick you out. He'll be like, haha, perception roll. You looked at its eyes.
Well, he can't be hit by death gaze because he's starting his turn out of its gaze. He's starting his turn around the corner. So, yep, you will be able to do it. You can drag her without looking at it, essentially.
And would it take an action to drag?
No, but I believe it affects how much movement you have. Unless you can just carry however much she weighs.
I doubt that.
Okay, then give me an athletics save or skill check. Athletics. Yeah, the athletics.
Gotcha.
Strength-based one.
Strength, not the best. No.
DC 13.
Nope.
Oh,
Okay.
gosh.
So your movement speed is halved.
Halved when I do this. Okay, and could I possibly use Step of Wind to help?
If you've got the actions to use it, yep.
It's a bonus action.
Your jump distance, though. Are you jumping with her?
You can take
I thought
this
it was
dash and
dash action.
disengage as a bonus action on your turn, and your jump is double.
Oh, then yes. Okay, so yes, that is correct then. So yes, you should be able to do it. So you'd have standard movement and be dragging her. But that would take, I imagine, literally all of your actions.
Yes, and we can phase through friendlies, right?
Yes, yep.
Can't end
Oh,
your
oh.
turn on them, but you can move through them.
Yeah. Can't finish on them, but you can move through them. You shouldn't finish on your friends anyway. That's just gross.
I was to ask for it.
Common courtesy, really.
Yeah.
And if I remember correctly, you only have 3 death saves.
Yes.
Well, if you fail 3.
Yeah.
I mean, I can heal her on my turn.
Yeah, which is 2 turns away.
Okay. I'm just trying to figure out which place would be better.
I mean,
Do I know
shoot-
Grim has a decent range? Is it a range shield?
It is ranged. I mean, again, it's not going to put her fighting fit, but it'll get her up.
Gotcha. So I think it might be best to go further down because I think that breaks LOS. I hope.
Yeah, don't break.
I don't know.
Sight. Don't break line of sight from me, that is.
Well, I'm going down in the hall.
Yeah. And I'll just move it with you to wherever it was. There.
15, right there, yep.
Well, she can go there, you can go there.
Well, that was not as... But I assume...
Am
Oh,
I
she is
still
still a bit...
Yeah, yeah. No, that's okay. That's fine. You've dragged, like, she's basically on the same spot as you, but just to the side, so
Okay.
it's fine. But you do take 5 damage from ending your turn with an Aura of Annihilation.
Yep.
And then it is Dragonbait's turn, who will, hearing that you guys say avert your eyes, do just that, but still run forward and do Dragonbait things and take his disadvantage attack. Or his double disadvantage attack, actually.
Oh,
And misses both of
that
them.
sucks. What that guy really needed to do was get hit by a +3 Holy Adventure Longsword two-handed.
Yeah. Like, it would have absolutely ruined him, probably. But Riot's turn.
Okay, so we're gonna come here. We're gonna.
And Dragonbait takes 5 damage.
Oh my god, she's gonna take 5 damage on the start of her turn!
No, at the end of her turn.
Excuse me.
At the end of a turn?
And,
Yeah.
we're gonna. God. We're healing word at level 3. And then we're gonna bees at level 3 as well.
Those are some level 3 beams.
I will remind people of this, though. At the start of start of your turn is when it can use its Death Gaze.
Yeah, I mean, I'm averting.
So Dragonbait is in a very, very dangerous position right now. And no, you don't need to be meeting its eyes, I believe.
Oh
I will
god.
just double check it. When a creature that can see the Bodak's eyes starts its turn within 30 feet, unless surprised... Oh no, yeah, so unless surprised, a creature can avert its eyes at the start of its turn.
Look, at the end of the day, if I die, it was my own hubris that killed
I
me.
can't resize these, so you'll have to do it.
Yep,
but...
it's fine. They don't need to be exact.
Yeah.
They're just markers. Oh, I assume they would be all spawned close enough.
Yep.
Like,
Mm-hmm. All on the...
back?
Yeah. Well, really all on this side, because they don't need flanking to get advantage, because they got pack tactics.
But they could have stopped it running away. But no, yeah, fair enough.
Well, I mean, I don't think it's going to run away, but...
So, yes. And is that your turn?
That's everything I got. And you healed for, what, 15?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, 40.
So what does that mean? Just add
8.
15 to my current HP pool?
8 and 6. So you're at 14 HP.
Okay, so it doesn't...
No, you don't have to
the fact
get
that I
through the
already have
negatives.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's as long as, like, if you go down your HP is set to 0 unless it's that threshold that straight kills you, then you're just dead.
Yeah.
That's why they say you only need 1 point of healing to stand back up.
Alright.
I will remove your cross
Hey, I'm not crossed anymore.
and bring us back to Damokos's turn.
I will come out here,
Averting gaze.
averting my gaze. Walk in here. Cast a spell. This spell.
Nice.
And it has to do with intelligence save.
Which it fails.
That's 11 psychic damage, and it only gets a bonus action and action or to move.
Yeah,
And
so it
then-
can only use one of its traits.
Then I will bonus action cast this
Mm-hmm.
and make sure I can run away.
And Grim take 5 points of damage as well
Yes.
from Aura of Annihilation. And let me make sure Damokos got out of range. He did, just barely. Lucky I go center to center and not edge to edge, huh?
Yeah, pretty lucky.
And then Feywild's turn.
Averting gaze, but normally with advantage, so normal, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
15?
That is a hit. Meets it. 7 damage and a strength 7. Which it makes.
And again, it looks like from the next one.
Yep. Saves and takes another 7. It is still standing, but it's definitely seen better days at this point. It's
No. I've killed
now
the
it's definitely
beast.
seen better days. Like at this point, the robe / cloak has almost fallen between the multiple hits, and kind of being pulled at and tugged on by your bees. And then Simba will avert his gaze. And yeah. And then he will. Yes. Oh, it was only a +2 scimitar.
Yeah.
Yeah, he will still make 3 attacks, which. Oh, so I need to add +2 to each of them because for some reason it didn't add it. So miss. Oh wait. Yep, all misses even with advantage. Alan, your turn. Oh, and he takes
Alright.
5 damage.
So you said this thing's. So, question: it can't see me right now, right?
No.
Okay, so if I go around the corner, it can't eyes at me, correct?
No, it's only at the start of your turn. If you
Okay.
start within its sight.
I'm going to go and double Eldritch Blast it because it said it was quite hurt.
Mm-hmm. Miss.
Oh,
Well, I won't Eldritch Blast it then.
I guess I won't.
Bring it to its turn. Who shall use Withering Gaze on Mist? Hit it. No, Mist. Who was the last one to actually hit it? The bees. So it will use Withering Gaze on the bees. On the last one, whichever one took the last attack.
Probably
should
this
be
one, I think.
This one here. So
let's
DC 13 con.
DC 13 con. Whoops, that's the bees.
For 21 or half of save.
Well,
So half
it's saved, so rounded down or up?
down 10.
Okay.
Uneven numbers get pushed to the players,
Well, the bee's still alive, but barely.
but barely.
But the bee.
And Nezu's turn.
Okay. This is probably going to be risky.
Risky business.
I will not avert my gaze.
I don't think there's any real reason to risk it.
Yeah, you know, I think
Like,
we
he's
got an
going down
entire
before his
turn.
turn.
There's like 10 attacks coming in on it, you know.
yeah.
Okay, I'll avert my gaze. I will avert my gaze. Okay, I will do
Hedge your-
an unarmed strike.
Yeah, and just to be a bit more clear, Arshus and Dragonbait are on the corners of them.
Ah, gotcha. Probably better I go here then? Because
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I can squeeze through.
Yeah, well, that makes it. No, you could have moved past Arshus, but that gives you advantage, removes the
Oh
disadvantage
gosh,
from.
the bees take 5
Avert.
damage. This one would have died.
Wait.
Oh, yeah. Yes, they would have.
I take 5
Yeah,
damage in
back.
my thing as well.
Yep, everyone who has finished their turn that isn't Damocos takes 5 damage.
GG.
But that is a miss, Nezu.
I can't afford to take 5 damage.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll try another one.
That is a hit.
Okay. So 7 damage.
Yep.
And before I forget, I will use another key point.
How many of those do you have? Because you have used a lot.
I have 7 of them.
Okay, yeah, well then, yeah, you do have.
Yeah, basically it's my player level. It's basically...
That's so
And
much.
even I've still got 3 sorcery points left, and we still haven't had a rest.
Yeah. Stunning blow when you hit. So that's with the unarmed?
Yep.
Yep. And Constitution save, what's the.
Constitution save, I believe that is a key save. Is 14.
14, so it fails. So it is now stunned. As well as slowed.
And I say we could try pin it down so it can't look at us.
I mean, that's the thing, though, isn't it? It can't.
Put your
really-
hands on its eyes.
This is also possible.
You
But
can't see it's there.
This Feywild's turn. That is a hit and a 6.
Wait, if I remember correctly, don't we get advantage on stunned enemies? How does that work with disadvantage? How does that...
It
They
equals out.
cancel out, yeah.
It equals out, yeah.
Gotcha.
So that makes the save, bringing us to Dragonbait's turn. Who? Check. I'm gonna. Odds he's not averting, evens he is. He missed both of his attacks last turn, so he kinda wants to ensure. Odds he averts his gaze. So. Wait,
You said the other way.
how did I say that? Yeah, I said the other way. So he doesn't avert his gaze, which means
He dies.
possibly.
He just outright dies.
If Dragonbait just fucking dies.
No, he's good. And he will make his 2 attacks. One of which hits.
He would have advantage.
Actually, yeah, both of which hit. Which just blows this thing out of the water. Like, the first hit kills it, but Dragonbait ensures its death. Hey, we didn't actually lose anyone after all. I'm not a bad
Ooh.
DM.
You're just a bad reader.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah,
To be fair, it is fucking
I thought
written
the
out
same thing.
weird
Yeah.
as. Like, most
It's
of the
usually you
time,
don't say like, yeah, you don't say otherwise.
Mhm.
yeah, most of the
With, like,
time
a
it will
weird contingency.
specifically say to you what happens on each condition, and when it doesn't, take otherwise condition.
Is that a
Yeah.
book creature or is that like homebrew?
Yeah. Bodak's a proper creature.
I didn't know if it got brought over to 5e.
Yeah, it did. But were people going to want to continue exploring, or had we learnt the era?
I mean, I would
values
certainly
and-
say, what happened? We left you for
This one
5
walked in the
minutes.
room.
barely 5. Like, if you guys were timing it, it would have been like 4 minutes 59 seconds before the scream erupted.
Damikos, come here.
Yeah, I'll also hit him twice with that if possible. If
You'll hit him twice.
I got hit by a flail snail. There's one just chilling outside. Wanted to get past, but I got in its
How
way.
much are you going to heal him for? We'll see.
Don't forget about Ellen. She's still pretty banged up too.
I mean, I have enough to get through, life. At the very least. Unless a flail snail starts, like, murdering me.
not the best heals. Not
Here, well, I've never used my venomous sucker before, but we'll use it on Ellen. I don't even know if I have I don't have a macro for it, so let's see what happens when I press the button. Okay, it just gives me the thing.
Venomous sucker.
So, you take 1d6 poison damage. 6,
I do?
yes. For the next
I mean, that just knocked me to 0 then.
1d4 rounds, for the next 3 rounds, you heal
Oh, no, it wouldn't have knocked me
6,
to 0. I would
7,
have,
and
2
then
HP.
6 again.
I'd have 2 HP.
So you get 21 HP now. Because the 6 would have brought you to 2, and then the rest would have brought you back up to 21.
how is she working and how is
She's not looking great.
Damas?
Nobody's looking great.
Yeah, resources in general are not looking great at the moment.
Look, we've
Because
come too far. We've
mean,
come
I've still
too
got
far
plenty
in
of
this dungeon to
resources.
turn back now.
Just
Health
not the
is a
resource of
resource.
health. Just not
Yeah.
the resource of health.
Right. So, what's sort of the plan? Are we continuing to look for a boon or something? What are we looking for? Or are we sort of just wandering?
I mean, we're looking for something.
I was hoping to get something, but I don't know what anything here does.
You didn't give us directions, even though we.
I understand, but, like, what is it that you want for? Maybe we can target our search rather than...
We don't know what's in the house. That's the whole point.
Yes, but if you're, looking for a goblet that's constantly full of healing potions, perhaps here in the dining room we should look. If we're looking for a weapon or something, perhaps we should find an armory or a storage room. If we want a pillow that gives us the perfect night's rest, perhaps we should look at a bedroom.
Yes, I would personally like. I mean, I've seen a lot of wizards use wands and things that make their spells better. Do something like that for me would be nice.
So perhaps a library or a weapons closet or
But
armory.
there's a library. There's a library over there, and I point over there. I found a note about a dragon in the mountains.
And no, Nizzy, you cannot.
Oof. Yeah, for some reason I thought it was 10 minutes of resting.
We had been doing
no.
that, but we were wrong.
Yeah, we
Frankly.
found out that it actually has to be a minimum of an hour.
Oof.
Yeah.
Do we want to keep on with this tonight, or do we want to call it here? This is around about.
It is 12:30.
I think this is a good time to leave it here for now. There is still more of this house to explore if we choose to next week or whatever. Don't forget that Baba Yaga has said that she does provide like, I guess, resting services.
Sure.
She did mention that, you know, she offers shelter now and then, so you guys might be able to talk to her and be like, hey, can you not kill us for 12 hours?
Yeah, and also,
we'll give you more entertainment.
Don't get me wrong. Out of character, I'm not bothered at all. I mean, in character, Riyadh would be flustered, but, you know, we're perfectly fine still searching and all that. And we're even perfectly fine going room through room, just looking to see what we have. I mean, I am, you know. But again, in character.
And yeah, just so you guys, so we're all on the even playing field, those of us that know what the deck of many is like, and those of us that don't need to know, it is not a normal deck of many. Whenever it gets drawn, there is a 50-50 chance that it is a normal card or a deck of many cards.
Interesting.
Oh, what? So when she pulled a card earlier, it failed?
I don't think she pulled a card.
No,
That
well,
was-
just different deck of cards.
Yep, if you went back to that playing deck, there would still be that normal playing deck on that table, missing one card that she's got in her pocket, but that was what I messaged Grim about, that he saw that you guys didn't, was that the hag was up to something crafty.
She grinned.
Well, I mean, I knew
she
that the
grinned.
hag
What do you
was
want
up
me
to
to
something
do?
crafty.
Yeah.
Like, that bitch is
If you hadn't
smiling. Don't
reacted-
trust her.
If
Like,
you had
no,
reacted
you
like
could've
that,
though,
like, I would have pointed at you.
Yeah,
It would have
like-
been a confusing point, but I would have pointed at you.
You could have said that, Grim. Like, that's why I made the point of messaging you and stuff. It was a very didn't
Everyone
even
just
need to
hears
invite
screams in
it.
the basement. No one's saying anything.
Like,
You know,
it didn't even require an insight
very
roll
thing
that
you
you
sought to
knew there was
destroy.
something going on behind
So
it.
I'm also slightly confused. What just happened? She did get a deck of many things, or she didn't?
She did, but it's a
So-
different one. It's essentially like there's a 50% chance that any card drawn might just be a normal playing card, or it might be a deck of many card.
Okay, I gotcha.
If-
So every
if-
time it gets drawn from, I will roll a 50-50 odds or even roll. And if it's a deck of many, then deck of many happens and we make the deck of many roll. If it's a normal card, then she draws an ace of spades or
Right,
something.
right.
If Iron Jesus blesses you, no, that's not a deck of many things.
Yeah.
Either
This time-
way, I think it was a pretty good session. I mean,
It's very
I
cool.
certainly didn't see like two people almost dropping while exploring the room. You know, kind of took me by
What happens when you
surprise.
leave
So
us-
that's what happens when I leave you
What happens when
alone.
you leave us alone?
See, I really need to start paying attention not just to the CR ratings, but the themselves.
Yeah,
I didn't know the flail snail was going to make 5 devastating attacks on one turn.
You see how it has those like 5 things on top of its heads?
Well, yeah.
But either way, I thought it was a pretty good session.
It was.
Thank you. I enjoyed it too,
Mm-hmm.
yes. And we will catch up either later in the week for our other game if you're up to it,
Yeah.
Grim, or next week, next Saturday or Friday for you guys for this game.
So if you've been watching, you know, thanks for watching. You should have invited a friend to come watch it with you. And if you haven't been watching, you should be watching. I hope you all.
Bring a friend to watch them, Grim.
That's right. Have a great day, and peace out. Bye-bye.
Bye.